Welcome guys. Now we have covered everything concerning the road. The only one thing we haven't covered is this argument which talks about incrocio. Because incrocio, which is the junction, plays a major role on the road because this allows you to understand which car to pass first, where to stop to give right to the both side, and when to watch out if there is nothing coming before you continue. Norme di precedenza agli incroci. Si ha obbligo di dare la precedenza a destra negli incroci privi di segnalazioni, in presenza di segnali intersezioni con precedenza a destra. Si ha obbligo di dare la precedenza a destra e a sinistra, in presenza di segnali dare la precedenza. In presenza dei segnali fermarsi e dare la precedenza. So guys, this argument here explains to us how we can use the junction. If we are approaching a junction which said that intersezioni a precedenza a destra, this means that all the vehicles coming from the right side, we need to wait for them to pass before we continue. And if you are approaching a junction with fermarsi e dare la precedenza, this means that at that junction, we need to wait for the vehicles coming from the right direction to pass and the vehicles coming from the left direction to pass. And we need to be sure that there is no vehicle coming from the both sides before we continue. But if you are approaching a junction with dare la precedenza, this means that you need to slow down at that junction and watch out from both sides if there is no vehicle coming before you continue. With this sign, it's not really obligatory that you need to stop, which means it's not a must that you need to stop. You can just slow down, watch the both sides. If there is no vehicle coming, then you continue. As you can see on this junction, all the vehicles have the right side occupied. The formula here is that any vehicle will move to the middle without crossing the road. Then the arrow vehicle will cross first. The A vehicle will follow before now the N vehicle will cross last. This means N to the middle, arrow first, A second, and N last. As you can see here, we have three vehicles on this junction: B vehicle, C vehicle, and H vehicle. The point here is that the B vehicle have the right side free, while the H vehicle have the right side occupied because there is a B vehicle at the right. Then the C vehicle have the right side occupied because there is the H vehicle on its right. The formula here is that the B vehicle will go first, the H vehicle will follow before the C vehicle will follow, because the B vehicle have the right side free. The H vehicle have the B vehicle on its right. So if the B vehicle cross, it means that the H vehicle will now have the right side free. Then the C vehicle have the H vehicle on its right. So if the H vehicle cross the road, that means that the C vehicle now have the right side free. So the B vehicle go first, the H vehicle follow, and the C vehicle go last. As you can see in this junction, we have three vehicles. But the difference between this one and the first two is that the two vehicles in this incrocio have dare la precedenza, which means they need to wait for the vehicles to pass before they continue. So the formula for this incrocio is that the P vehicle will go first. Since the two vehicles are waiting, the P vehicle have the whole road free. The S vehicle will now go second. The E vehicle will go last. If you look closely, you'll see that at this junction, we have different vehicles coming from different directions. So guys, like I said earlier, at the junction, you need to always wait for the vehicle coming from the right direction to pass before you continue. So on this junction, as you can see, we have T, which is the tram, M, which is the motorcycle, A and O, which are the vehicles. But A have the right side occupied because there is a tram on the right side, and O have the right side occupied because there is A on the right side and M have the right side occupied because there is O on the right side. And guys, at any junction, if you're driving and you come across a junction and there is a tram crossing, you need to wait for the tram to pass, even though the tram is on your left, because the tram always have right over the vehicles on the road. So you wait for the tram to pass before you will now look if the right part is free before you continue. And in this case, the tram will pass first. After the tram, you will still see the three vehicles have the right side occupied. So the tram pass first, A moves to the middle, O pass after A moves to the middle, then M pass after O have crossed the road before the A will now cross the road. In this case, guys, we have only three vehicles, R, A, and N. So, but two vehicles out of these three have that sign of Ordine Di Precedenza, which means they will wait for the other vehicles to pass before they continue. The formula here is that the any vehicle will go first because the two vehicles are waiting. Then the A vehicle will go second because it has the right side free. Then the R vehicle will now go last, which means any first, A second, and R last. In this case, we have four vehicles. But within this vehicle, we have a tram, and we have said that on the road, the tram will go first because it has rights over the vehicles on the road. So the formula here is that the tram and the B vehicle will go first, the A vehicle will follow, and the C vehicle will go last. On this junction, we have four vehicles, but two can't proceed because they need to wait for the vehicles coming from both sides to pass before they continue. The A and H vehicle will wait for the vehicles on the road to pass before they continue, which means that the C vehicle will go first because now it has the right side free because the two vehicles will wait for it to pass. Then the R vehicle will go second, the A vehicle will go third, and the H vehicle will go last. The N vehicle have the right side occupied. The R vehicle have the right side occupied while the B vehicle have the right side free. So the formula here is that the B vehicle will go first, then the R vehicle will go second, but any vehicle will go last. The formula here is that the B vehicle will move to the middle without crossing the road. In that way, the R vehicle will have the right side free. So the B vehicle moves to the middle, R vehicle will go first, then the any vehicle will go second because now any will have the right side free. The D vehicle will go third because now the right side of the D vehicle is free before the B vehicle will now continue. The B vehicle that entered the road first will be the last vehicle to leave the road. Guys, this junction here is a little bit different because this one has party traffic at the middle. But the point here is that the same rule applies to this same encroach, to this same junction. You just have to give right to the vehicle coming from the right direction before you continue. But the formula for this one is that the D vehicle will go first, the C vehicle will follow because now the right side is free, then the A vehicle will now follow because now the D and the C vehicle have crossed the road. The A vehicle now have the right side free before the H vehicle will now go last. Thank you guys. I hope you like the video, and if you do, watch this video here where I covered quick 30 questions from the motorizzazione, which means the main exam you will still see on the exam day. Hopefully, I will see you guys in my next video.